Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into what it means to be an unapologetic Stoic. In a world that constantly pressures us to conform, being an unapologetic Stoic is about standing firm in your beliefs, owning your choices, and building inner strength regardless of what others think. It's rooted in timeless Stoic wisdom. Focus on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses, and let go of external expectations that don't serve you. This mindset empowers you to live authentically, embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, and never apologize for who you are. Over the next few minutes, I'll share practical insights on how to cultivate this fearless, resilient approach to life. So get ready to unlock your inner strength and learn how to live life on your own terms. Let's get started. Armano 1. Embrace the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control. Imagine your life as a grand stage where every event, conversation, or outcome is like a scene in a play. Now consider that while you can write the script for your inner world, your thoughts, choices, and responses, the external world, the actions of others, and even chance events are beyond your direct command. This principle teaches us to focus on what's within our power and to let go of worrying about what isn't. Picture yourself as the captain of a ship. You control your sails, your course, and your decisions, but you can't command the winds or the tides. In practical terms, this means that when a relationship ends, a project fails, or a conflict arises, you ask yourself, what aspect of this situation can I influence? The answer is rarely the actions of others or the outcome itself. It's your perspective and your response. By internalizing this idea, you gradually free up mental and emotional energy. Instead of spending precious time fretting over the uncontrollable, you invest in cultivating inner resilience, learning from each experience and adapting your behavior. Every setback becomes a lesson, and every challenge an opportunity to grow. The dichotomy of control is liberating. It empowers you to accept life's uncertainties while building a fortress of inner strength. As you move through your day, remind yourself that while you cannot control everything that happens, you are always in control of your mind. When feelings of frustration or despair creep in, pause, take a deep breath, and ask, is this within my sphere of influence? If not, let it go. This practice isn't about becoming indifferent. It's about reclaiming your power and living with purpose, unburdened by external chaos. Embrace the dichotomy of control and watch as your life transforms into one guided by clarity, focus, and unstoppable inner strength. 2. Live by your own virtues. Living by your own virtues, an essential tenet of unapologetic Stoicism. Think of your virtues as the internal compass that directs every decision, every action, and every thought. For the Stoics, virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are not mere abstract ideals. They're practical tools for navigating life's challenges. Living by your own virtues means setting your own standards, rather than bending to the expectations of society. It's about asking yourself daily, am I acting in accordance with what I believe is right? Instead of chasing fleeting trends or seeking approval from those around you, you commit to a life of integrity. Picture yourself as a sculptor, chiseling away at your character with each choice you make. Every time you choose honesty over convenience, courage over fear, or justice over self-interest, you reinforce your inner framework. This principle calls for self-reflection. Take time each day, whether through meditation, journaling, or quiet contemplation, to evaluate your actions. Celebrate the moments when you live true to your values and learn from the times you fall short. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress. As you grow, your virtues become more deeply ingrained, guiding you through even the darkest of times. By living by your own virtues, you create a solid foundation that no external circumstance can shake. It's a commitment to authenticity and a refusal to compromise your principles for temporary approval. This steadfast adherence to your core values not only builds confidence, but also sets an inspiring example for others. Embrace your inner virtues fully and let them shine as your guiding light in every moment of life. 3. Own your decisions. Owning your decisions, a hallmark of the unapologetic Stoic. Life is a series of choices, some small and others monumental. Yet each decision contributes to the narrative of your life. When you truly own your decisions, you step into your power and take full responsibility for your actions, regardless of the outcomes. Imagine standing at a crossroads with multiple paths before you. Each route represents a decision. The Stoic approach is to choose consciously and then commit fully to that choice. When you own your decisions, you don't second-guess yourself or hide behind excuses. Instead, you analyze the situation, weigh your options with clarity, and then move forward confidently. Even if the result isn't what you hoped for, you recognize that each decision is an opportunity to learn and improve. This mindset frees you from the weight of regret and blame. It's not about perfection, it's about accountability. When mistakes occur, you reflect, understand what went wrong, and use that insight to guide your future choices. Think of your decisions as stepping stones on the path to personal growth. Every successful choice reinforces your self-trust, while every misstep serves as valuable feedback. By owning your decisions, you also communicate to others and to yourself that you are in charge of your destiny. This autonomy builds resilience, because even in challenging times, you know that you have the power to steer your course. So next time you face a decision, big or small, commit to it wholeheartedly, learn from every outcome, and remember, your choices are the brushstrokes painting the masterpiece of your life. 4. Prioritize inner integrity over social approval. Prioritizing inner integrity over social approval. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the endless quest for external validation, likes, comments, or nods of approval from our peers. Yet the Stoic path teaches us that true strength lies not in conforming to societal expectations, but in living with unwavering integrity. Inner integrity means being honest with yourself about your values, principles, and goals. It's about aligning your actions with your deepest beliefs, even when those beliefs might conflict with popular opinion. Think of it as an inner contract you sign with yourself, a commitment to always act in a way that reflects your true self, regardless of what others think. When you prioritize inner integrity, you learn to trust your inner voice. You become less swayed by the opinions of others and more anchored in your own truth. This not only builds self-confidence, but also creates a sense of freedom. You realize that the approval of others is fleeting and often contingent on trends or external circumstances, whereas your self-worth is built on the enduring foundation of your values. Practical steps to achieve this include regular self-reflection and journaling. Ask yourself, am I acting in line with who I truly am? And are my actions driven by external pressures or my internal compass? When you discover areas where you've compromised your integrity for the sake of acceptance, gently course correct. Over time, this practice transforms you into someone who is fearless in their authenticity, unburdened by the need for validation. Living with inner integrity is both empowering and liberating. It means you no longer spend your energy pleasing others, but rather invest it in becoming the best version of yourself. Embrace this principle and watch as your life becomes richer, more authentic, and undeniably your own. 5. Accept adversity as growth. Accepting adversity as growth, a core idea that transforms every hardship into an opportunity for personal evolution. In the Stoic tradition, challenges are not obstacles to be avoided, but stepping stones on the path to becoming a stronger, wiser individual. Imagine life as a forge, where adversity is the fire that tempers your character. Every setback, failure, or painful experience is an invitation to learn and to adapt. Rather than recoiling from hardship, the unapologetic Stoic sees it as a powerful teacher. When difficulties arise, take a moment to reflect. What is this adversity trying to show me? How can it help me refine my character? This perspective doesn't diminish the pain of hardship, it honors it. Recognize that suffering is an inevitable part of life. What matters is how you respond. Do you allow it to break you, or do you use it to build resilience? By accepting adversity as a natural and valuable part of your journey, you begin to view every challenge as a chance to grow. You learn to embrace the discomfort, knowing that it is forging you into a more robust and capable person. Practically, this means shifting your internal dialogue. Instead of lamenting the difficulties, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can this experience make me stronger? Over time, this mindset not only alleviates the sting of hardship, but also propels you forward. every trial becomes an opportunity to develop virtues like perseverance, patience, and wisdom. By accepting adversity as growth, you take control of your narrative. You no longer see setbacks as failures, but as necessary parts of a larger tapestry of personal development. Embrace every challenge with gratitude and determination, and you'll find that even the hardest times contribute to a life rich in strength and meaning. 6. Cultivate emotional resilience. Cultivating emotional resilience, a crucial skill for navigating the ups and downs of life with the unwavering calm of a Stoic. Emotional resilience isn't about suppressing your feelings or becoming numb. It's about developing the strength to bounce back, learn from your experiences, and maintain inner balance no matter what challenges arise. Imagine your mind as a muscle. Like any other muscle, it grows stronger with regular exercise and intentional training. Cultivating emotional resilience begins with acknowledging your emotions without judgment. When you experience pain, anger, or sadness, allow yourself to feel these emotions fully, and then gently step back to analyze them. Ask yourself, what is this emotion teaching me, and how can I channel this energy constructively? A key practice in building resilience is mindfulness. Daily meditation or even brief moments of quiet reflection can help you observe your thoughts as they arise, without getting entangled in them. This practice creates space between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose how to react rather than simply reacting out of habit or emotion. Another important aspect is building a support system, whether that's through trusted friends, mentors, or even engaging with Stoic literature. Knowing that you're not alone in facing life's challenges can bolster your inner strength. Moreover, regularly reflecting on past challenges you've overcome can remind you of your inherent capacity to recover and thrive. As you cultivate emotional resilience, you begin to see setbacks not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. This perspective shift transforms hardship into a learning experience, empowering you to adapt, evolve, and move forward with clarity. Over time, your emotional resilience becomes your shield and your guide, helping you navigate the complexities of life with grace and determination. Embrace these practices, and you'll find that even the toughest storms can't shake your inner peace. 7. Speak your truth boldly. Speaking your truth boldly, a quality that defines an unapologetic Stoic. In a world that often rewards conformity, expressing your authentic thoughts, beliefs, and feelings can feel risky. However, true strength lies in the courage to be honest with yourself and with others. Imagine standing on a stage, your voice clear and unwavering, regardless of the crowd's reaction. Speaking your truth means sharing your genuine insights and convictions, even when they might be unpopular or challenge the status quo. It's about shedding the layers of fear and self-doubt and letting your inner light shine brightly. The journey to speaking your truth begins with deep self-awareness. Reflect on your values, your passions, and the lessons life has taught you. When you are clear about who you are and what you stand for, you naturally become more confident in expressing those beliefs. Practice articulating your thoughts in a journal, in conversations with trusted friends, or even through creative outlets like writing or public speaking. Over time, this practice helps you hone your voice until it resonates with authenticity and clarity. There will be times when your truth might ruffle feathers or attract criticism. Rather than retreating, view these moments as opportunities to reinforce your convictions. Remember, speaking your truth isn't about forcing others to agree. It's about honoring your own experience and contributing your unique perspective to the world. Each time you speak with authenticity, you build not only your self-confidence, but also inspire others to embrace their own truth. By boldly speaking your truth, you break free from the chains of societal expectations and empower yourself to live fully and honestly. This courage transforms your relationships, your work, and your inner world, creating a life that is both meaningful and unapologetically genuine. 8. Reject the need for external validation. Rejecting the need for external validation, a liberating principle for anyone striving to live as an unapologetic Stoic. In a society that constantly measures success by likes, accolades, or the approval of others, learning to find worth from within is a radical act of self-empowerment. Imagine spending your days chasing after approval like a moth drawn to a flame. It can leave you exhausted, constantly adjusting your behavior to please those around you rather than honoring your true self. The Stoic approach is to recognize that true validation comes from within. Your self-worth is inherent and is determined by your adherence to your values and your commitment to personal growth, not by the fluctuating opinions of others. Begin by taking small steps to affirm your own value. Reflect on your accomplishments, however modest they may seem, and celebrate your progress. Create a daily ritual, be it journaling, meditation, or a quiet moment of reflection, where you remind yourself of who you are and what you stand for. As you build this inner reservoir of self-respect, you'll find that external praise becomes less critical to your happiness. Another powerful exercise is to set boundaries around social interactions and media consumption. Notice how often you seek approval or validation from online comments or casual acquaintances. When you become aware of this pattern, gently steer your focus back to your internal dialogue. Cultivate the habit of self-acknowledgement and self-compassion, knowing that you are enough just as you are. Rejecting external validation is not about isolating yourself. It's about shifting the source of your worth. When you internalize your value, you free yourself from the endless cycle of approval seeking and become empowered to live authentically. Embrace this freedom, and you'll discover that your inner voice, when nurtured, is the most reliable and affirming guide you could ever have. Ninth, practice mindful reflection. Practice of mindful reflection, a cornerstone of Stoic thought and a powerful tool for self-improvement. Mindful reflection is about taking the time to pause, observe, and deeply understand your thoughts, emotions, and actions. In the hectic pace of modern life, it's easy to get swept away by the constant barrage of external stimuli. Mindfulness offers you a sanctuary where you can step back and evaluate your inner world with clarity and compassion. Imagine your mind as a quiet lake. When you allow yourself to reflect, you clear away the ripples caused by daily stress, and you see your thoughts and emotions as they truly are. Regular mindful reflection, whether through meditation, journaling, or quiet contemplation, enables you to identify patterns in your behavior, understand the roots of your emotions, and chart a path forward that is aligned with your core values. A practical way to begin is to set aside just a few minutes at the end of each day to review your experiences. Ask yourself, what moments challenged me today? What did I learn about my reactions? This process not only brings awareness to your daily life, but also highlights opportunities for growth. Over time, you'll notice that you are better able to manage stress, respond to adversity, and maintain a sense of inner calm. Mindful reflection isn't about judging yourself harshly. It's about understanding and accepting your human nature. It creates a space where you can acknowledge mistakes without self-condemnation, and where you can celebrate small victories without arrogance. In doing so, you build a resilient mindset that is grounded in reality and self-compassion. As you integrate mindful reflection into your routine, you'll find that it enriches every aspect of your life. It sharpens your focus, improves your decision-making, and deepens your relationships. Embrace this practice wholeheartedly and allow it to guide you toward a life of greater awareness, intentionality, and inner peace. 10. Transform failure into fuel. Transforming failure into fuel, a powerful mindset shift that embodies the unapologetic Stoic spirit. Failure is often seen as a negative endpoint, a mark of defeat. However, in the Stoic view, every failure is not an end, but a beginning, a chance to learn, recalibrate, and emerge stronger than before. Imagine your journey as climbing a rugged mountain. Each stumble or fall isn't a sign to turn back, but rather a learning opportunity that teaches you how to navigate the rocky terrain more skillfully. When you face failure, pause and reflect. What went wrong? What can I learn from this experience? By asking these questions, you transform failure from a source of shame into a catalyst for growth. This process starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of letting failure define you, see it as part of the natural process of learning. Remember that every successful person has encountered setbacks. The key difference is that they use those moments as fuel that propels them to try again with renewed vigor and insight. Failure becomes a stepping stone, each one building upon the last until you reach a higher level of competence and understanding. Practically speaking, develop a habit of post-failure reflection. Write down what happened, what you could have done differently, and what positive lessons you can extract. Over time, this habit builds resilience and creates a positive feedback loop, where each failure enriches your experience and fortifies your determination. By transforming failure into fuel, you not only reduce the fear of making mistakes, but also embrace the reality that life's setbacks are inevitable and invaluable. Every failure is a part of your story, a story of perseverance, growth, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Embrace your failures, learn from them, and let them propel you forward on your journey of self-discovery and unapologetic living.